Welcome back to Brad's Beer Reviews, or if you're watching today's videos out of order, welcome to Brad's Beer Reviews. Ha. Next, we are going to be reviewing one, and I keep saying this, but man, I just really enjoy beer, so yes, I get excited about it. So yes, this is another beer that I'm very excited to try, and this is installment number 2 of the wife picks. If you didn't see the last video, just sum it up real quick. My wife picked out 6 beers for me to review. 5 of the 6 I've never had. So we're going to see how good she is at picking out beer. The first one was an A beer. Go back and check that video out if you haven't seen it already. It's the New Belgium Tangerine IPA. Next, we are going to review Blue Moon Cappuccino Oatmeal Stout. This was the first beer that I pulled out of the mixed 6-pack that she made me, and I was very surprised. Never heard of it. A guy by the name of Keith, who works for Blue Moon or Miller Coors or whoever the hell it is that makes the beer, Miller Coors, came up with the idea while sitting in a coffee shop one day, and you can only get this beer in the Brewmaster's Winter Pack. I'm actually going to see if I can find that here pretty soon to see what else is in it. It's a limited release. It is 5.9% alcohol by volume. I didn't see the IBUs on it anywhere. Rate Beer gives it a 32 overall or 33 overall and a 12 in the style. But on the other hand, Beer Advocate gives it, I believe it was an 82. They say it is a good beer. I've never actually seen those two sites, and I check them every beer that I review. Minus, I think, one I forgot to do. But I check them most every review, and usually both of those are pretty spot on with their assessment of the beer, so that surprised me. I don't know whether I'm going to like it or hate it. But I like stouts. And I like some Blue Moon beers. Their First Peach Ale is very good. If you hadn't had that, check it out. Their Belgian White, which is their standard beer, very good beer. Check it out if you hadn't had it. So I like Blue Moon. I like stouts. I like oatmeal stouts. So I hope this is a winner. I'll go ahead and twist the top off. Now, I'm not using the typical glass. Put some water in it. I'm not using the typical glass that I would use for a stout, but that's okay. Let's give it a pour. All right. I'll give you my first assessment of it. Well, two things. One, you can hear the carbonation, and that's almost an instant turnoff for me because, as you've heard me mention before, I like my IPAs. Sorry, guys. Last review I did was an IPA. I like my stouts to be creamy. So I'm not expecting this to be with the amount of fizziness that I heard as I was pouring it. The second thing is, a head started, but quickly dissipated. There is no head to speak of there, and you can see without me even moving the glass. But all that aside, that doesn't mean that the beer is not going to taste good. The color on it is black as night. That's all there is to the color, guys. No complexity there. That's super dark. Let's give it a smell. Wow. Smells like coffee. And I like that. I'm a fan of coffee, so that's a good thing. Sweet. Coffee. A little hoppy. You can even smell the oats. Maybe a little brown bread. It smells very good, guys. I love that you instantly pick up that coffee smell. Let's give it a taste. Okay, roasted malt. Definitely the coffee flavor. It is very fizzy, very carbonated, like I expected it to be when I poured it. It sounded like he was pouring a Coke out of the can. So that was to be expected. Maybe some notes of dark chocolate or dark fruit. The mouthfeel is light to medium. It's a little bitter. And the oatmeal flavor hits in the finish. So you can tell that it's there. The finish is pretty dry. Okay, so it automatically gets a mark off for me because it's not creamy or, like a heavy mouthfeel. I like my stouts to be a little thick. So that's a knock for me. But on the other hand, it has the coffee flavor and the oatmeal flavor I very much enjoy. Those are good things. So what would I rate the beer? I'm gonna go with a B minus on this one. It's a good beer, but I've had better in the style. Now, granted, the beer that I automatically think of when I think of oatmeal stout is, I believe, by Breckenridge Brewery, and that is very good. So if I had to pick between those two for an oatmeal stout, I would go with the Breckenridge, which I've got a review of that coming up. I believe my dad saved me one of those. Arkansas Beer Reviews, check him out. And yes, I'm going to keep plugging that. That's my dad, and I love him. And it's because of him that I'm as into beer as I am. So, hope you guys are okay with that. Anyway, I'm going to go with a B minus. It's not bad. I would drink it again, but I also wouldn't go out of my way to find it either. Could be worse, could be better. This is the second installment of the wife picks. I'm going to finish this thing off. And we will be back with beer review number 3 of the day. Like it, share it. If you've had the beer, let me know what you think. If you hadn't had the beer and you just want to talk beer with me. Follow me on Twitter. It's at BradH84. And you can find me on Facebook at Bradley Hargett. Give me a friend request. Let me know where you found me at. I'll be glad to add you. See you guys in a bit.